Hello, Joseph Moore. Good evening. Trying to get situated here. Thank you for coming. Yeah, I've been about 2 weeks gone. My first time back live streaming in about 2 weeks. I had my own little version of SHTF with the wife. KP Heathen, how are you doing, sir? Thank you for being here. My apologies for being out so long, but I wasn't really in a position to do anything. My wife has been in the hospital for the last 2 weeks, had surgery, and I work and trying not to miss work and then trying to do things that need to be done around the house. It was a daunting task. But I am here. I am tired, but I am here. Good so far. It's all good, David. Thank you. Your Tara. Hi, David. Gone name change. I was harassed on YouTube. Me from Wales. Oh, Julianne. How you doing? Well, I'm sorry if anybody's been harassing you. So I'll talk a little bit this evening about what happened and where I'm at, and a little bit about the channel, how things are going. The only thing I've done the last 2 weeks is try to put up 2 or 3 shorts a day, and most of that has been food that I've been eating. So if you want to know what I've been eating for the last 2 or 3 weeks, look at the shorts and you'll see what I've been eating. I got a goodie box in the mail yesterday. I wasn't expecting one, but I got a goodie box from Black Widow, which I need to do an unboxing and thank her for the goodie box. I need to send out a couple of goodie boxes that I've got stuff for Dave, who goes by Yoda, and Alan Sato, who goes Uncle Al. Got stuff both for them for follow-up boxes. We send each other boxes periodically, and I'm basically, tit for tat sending out boxes. And I had sent Black Widow something, and I guess I'll send her something else. But then the big one that I need to do is I need to do the 1,700 subscriber giveaway. I was in the process of doing that when the situation with my wife happened. I drank tea with my plate that I picked up on the way home from work around 5. But this is a Diet Coke that I poured in to the ice. So I had a cold Diet Coke that I poured onto ice, so it's a good cold Diet Coke. And here's the Black Widow. Thank you, Widow, and thank you for the box that I received. I will certainly do an unboxing of it. I got it yesterday evening in the mail and hadn't had a chance to open it, but I will certainly do that, and I'll do a little video unboxing, and then I will retaliate in kind. I was saying before you came on that I'd had my own SHTF happen about 2 weeks ago with my wife, and I'll go through when a few more people get here and explain what happened. Most people probably don't expect me to be on because I hadn't been on in 2 weeks, so there'll probably be a lot of people that won't, that won't see this until like after this one. They'll say, "Hey, well, he's back live streaming," so then they'll probably be here for the next one. But it's funny. That last live stream that I did 2 weeks ago had 378 views, either during or after the fact. 378 views. It had 335 views during the live stream, and then since then it's added up to 378. So it's had 378 total hits. Well, things are better, yes, but recovery is slow and painful. So basically what happened was my wife she's had a couple of surgeries in recent years. She'd had 3. And during her most recent surgery, they had put some mesh in her abdomen. They put mesh in there, and they sewed that mesh in to strengthen her abdomen. She had a hernia open up from a hysterectomy, and they put this mesh in there to reinforce it, and apparently her body rejected the mesh. It took over a year before that happened, but there was an infection underneath, on top of. It worked its way to the surface, and it basically, like a pustule, broke, and she was draining out a lot of fluids and blood and such. Went to the emergency room. They bandaged her up, said go to the doctor tomorrow, or go to the hospital tomorrow. And she went in outpatient, and they did a CAT scan on her. The CAT scan said that she had a couple of, she had like a little cavern open up inside, rotted area. And they said, we need to do surgery. And they did surgery on her the same day. That was 2 Saturdays ago. And it was horrible. Uncle Al died. Bullfrog 79, welcome. Thank you for coming. So, if that had happened in a post SHTF environment, she'd be dead. She would have died. It might have been a slow death, but she would have died. She would not have made it through. They wouldn't. The technology would not be there to, do what needed to be done. The antibiotic IVs that she was on 2 different antibiotic drips. They did a PICC line. If you don't know if you know what a PICC line is, they did a PICC line on her. She was taking pain medication with morphine in an IV. She was in a bad way. Oh, thank God for Diet Coke. I've got a 6-pack out there cold. I might drink another one. But anyway, so they did the surgery on her, and then she's just been in a bad way. They have a sponge in her. They have a drain in her. They've got a pump hooked up to her right now. She's in the bedroom next door. It's got a pump hooked up to her, draining her. She's still taking antibiotics and pain medication. She's got to go tomorrow to have her wound taken care of. Now they want to put her in a rehab facility for a couple of weeks, and she'll probably be going to a rehab facility for a couple of weeks. And her main concern is, what about the dogs? Well, I'm staying here, and I let them out in the morning before I go to work and make sure they're fed. I come in the afternoon after work, but 10 hours is a long time to go without. My daughter has been coming in, early lunchish to let the dogs out, and get them back in. And she starts a new job tomorrow, so she's not going to be able to do it. So we're trying to make arrangements for somebody else that can come in on a daily basis, midday, and let the dogs out and make sure that they get to go outside, and so we don't have messes inside. It is what it is, and that's that's her big concern, not the fact that she's in the situation she's in. She's worried about the dogs. So, I don't know, but to do a little bit of cleanup work on the channel, I'm sitting at 1728. I haven't been doing anything. When I did my last live stream, I was sitting at 1704, and I was talking about the 1700 subscriber giveaway. So I'm set up to do it. I've got 13 names of people who qualified. Only 13 people qualified. And the qualifications basically were to have watched each of the last 5 videos that I had posted, and to leave a supportive comment and a like on each of the last 5. So I went to look to see who all left supportive comments. And when I looked through the last 5, I had 13 names, 13 channels that had done so for each of the last 5. There were some more that had done 4. There were a bunch more that had done 3, but there were only 13 that had done the last 5. So I will be putting together a video, most likely this weekend, because I won't be able to do it between now and then. Most likely this weekend, I will put together a video. I will put the names in a hat, show how I did it, draw the winner. I'll have the box. Now, I forget who it was, but it might have been Uncle Al. Somebody suggested pack the box and then video me unpacking the box to show it, because it'll go faster. Show me unpacking the box to show what's in the box, and then I can repack it and send it off. But to actually get everything packed in the box and then go through unpacking the box to show what I'm sending off. So I'm going to try that this time. And then I will probably get it sent off Monday or Tuesday of this next week. And then the winner will get their box. And it will be before I have 1,800 subscribers, because it'll be a while before I hit 1,800 subscribers, but I am surprised that the channel has been getting as much action basically off of my shorts, because I haven't done a live stream and I haven't done a video. It's been a while since I've done a video, and it's been 2 weeks since I've done a live stream. But and Uncle Al put the restrictions on, so this evening it's restricted so that minors cannot come on. It's not made for minors, but I put the age restriction on that underage channels cannot come on. Now, somebody might be using somebody else's channel, and they might come on that way, but legally I'm covered from the standpoint that I've got it blocked from children, underage people coming on to my live stream. Yes, please watch the replay and leave a nice comment. Please hit the like button. That would be appreciated. Hello, Butt Files. No, she's not in rehab yet. She's going to go to rehab. Why they didn't just transfer her over, I do not know. For one thing, they were waiting on approval to put her in the rehab, and then the hospital's worried about the insurance not wanting to pay, and it's just a mess. My wife's insurance coverage is $813 a month for her insurance. And they're telling me that the policy might have some holes in it, But we've already paid maximum out of pocket for the year, which is $5,000. Maximum out of pocket is $5,000. So it's at the point where, you know, anything that they do, pretty much, we're not. You know, I don't believe I'm obligated to pay it. Should be covered by Blue Cross Blue Shield, the policy that she has. Oh God, that's good. So I have been putting out 2, sometimes 3, 2 and 3 shorts a day, corresponding usually with my meals. I put out a couple other little shorts on other things, but pretty much meal shorts. And you know, they get different. I mean, I'll have a couple of clinkers or clunkers, if you want to call them. Why, I do not know. It's the same thing. Maybe they don't like the music I put with it. I don't know. And then I noticed that I had a couple of clunkers. And then after the usually most of my shorts will get between 400 and 500 views. Sometimes it goes above and sometimes it goes below. But usually I can put out 4 or 5 shorts over a period of 2 or 3 days, and each one will get between 400 or 500 views. And then for whatever reason, I'll get a clunker or 2. And they'll get like 100 views or less. And then I'll put out another one, and it'll get 600, 650. It'll get to sort of make up for what it was short, so that, you know, I'm averaging, like in the last 48 hours, don't get me wrong, I think I've had like 2,300 views in the last 48 hours. About 23. And that's not with any live stream or anything. That's no live streams, no videos, just shorts. So pre-retirement. Hello, pre-retirement. Thank you for coming. Yeah, it probably could be the AI. They screw with you. They do. I know. The other thing is, I think the AI has got you pegged. They've got you pegged for a certain number of views, so it starts shutting you down. Like, I have done some videos where in the first hour it gets like 300 views. I've had videos, you know, that in the first hour it gets 300 views. And then it starts slowing down. And then when it hits 400, it really slows down. Some of them start approaching 500, and then it really slows down. And oh, it barely hit 500, and it shuts off. And I've had some hit 600, and it shuts off. You know, and then I've had a few, you know, get over 1,000 views or 1,500 views, you know, or a couple thousand views. And you look at it and you think, that's a decent short. But how is it that that one is so much better than this other one that got like 400 views? I don't know. It's the AI thing. It's the AI, and it's how far it pushes you out. And then you start thinking, well, could it be the number of likes? Like, you get likes and it pushes it out. Well, most of my shorts get 20, 25 likes. I might get 400, 500, 600 views, and they're just spot through it, you know, and they watch like a third of it. It's a 45 or a 50-second short, and it says they watch 38%. You know. So they watch 10, 15, 20 seconds of it. You know. So I have started trying to put more classical, popular music to get to it, like some of the classic country. Last couple of ones I've done, I put some classical country to it. And my thought is, the people that are really closely following me are the ones that are watching, leaving likes, and leaving comments. because I'll get a video and it'll have 20 comments on it. It'll have like 20 likes. And it's probably the people that leave a comment, leave a like. And it's the people that really closely follow me. And when I'm having a normal life, those are the people that I'm closely following. You know, they're the ones that I'm giving view time to. And I'm not ashamed to say that here the last couple of weeks I've been giving very little view time. I haven't been running any playlists. Changed my home internet from Optimum to T-Mobile. My devices are running T-Mobile now. Hello, Lady Sky. Well, I don't doubt I don't doubt what you're saying, Uncle Al. You know, I don't doubt what you're saying. I know you've had trouble with them. They don't like certain types of channels. They don't like certain content. They don't like certain comments. They don't like you talking about certain things. And I don't think our I don't think hi, Lady Sky. I don't think they you know, they want the fishing channel. They want the food channel. They want the makeup channel. They want people talking about sports or collecting cards. You know. They want that kind of stuff. And you know, and I'm subscribed to a lot of card channels. And I've got a few card channels that follow me. I don't know. I don't know. But you know, September is half over. We got another 12, 13 days left in September. Just over the hump. This is National Preparedness Month. September 1st starts National Preparedness Month. The idea of being prepared. Early October, Amazon will have another Prime Day. Now, one thing I did, I switched out. Hello, Melinda Elliott. I switched out oh, Lord. I switched out my AGM batteries for a lithium ion 100 amp hour. And this next upcoming Prime Day, I'm going to buy a second one. I bought a Power Queen, and I paid under $200 for it delivered. And they're going to have them marked down again, and I'm going to buy a second one. I've got it, and I'll do a little short video of how I've got it set up. I've got a MPPT charge controller with fuse. It's fused for surges. I've got it plugged into an MPPT charge controller. It is a 100 amp hour 12 volt battery. It's fully charged at 14.4 volts right now. You can drain the thing all the way down without hurting it. It's good for about 15,000 cycles. It is to run 12 volt appliances. The number one 12-volt appliance that it will run is a 12-volt compressor-driven refrigerator freezer, a dual zone. I have 3 of them. I use one at a time. Actually, got one at my school. Probably need to do a little video of that, showing you how I got it set up at school. And I'll have another one running here. Right now, I don't have it running because I don't want to be using it. I don't want to be using it right now. I don't need to use it right now. If there was a power outage, if something happened, it would be used, and it would be solar charging. Once I put a second battery on it, I'll have about 2,600 watts of power. Now, what does that mean? That means that I could run 2,600 watts continuously for 1 hour. Now, you're not going to run it that way. But the idea is that like a 100 amp hour battery is 1,300 watts. You could run 1,300 watts continuously for 1 hour. $1,300 continuously for 1 hour. And having 2 of those, double your power. Now, 12-volt appliances run on less than 100 watts an hour. So a 12-volt compressor-driven refrigerator freezer is probably going to be using I keep the thing set on economy. And it keeps my stuff, I have it set, it keeps my stuff 31, 32 degrees, doesn't freeze it, but it's really cold. Beverages mainly. Water, sodas, such. Milk. It runs on less than 50 watts an hour because it cycles on and off. It's not running constantly, it cycles. It'll run for 8 or 10 minutes, and it'll be off for 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Cycles. And it'll keep going as long as the compressor doesn't give out. And it'll be good for a few years. Compressor's good for a few years, and I got spares. May buy another spare. But I use one at a time. I'll always have cold water. I can mix up all the milk and juice and stuff that I want. Sodas. I got diet sodas. We drink diet sodas. Watch drink Sprite. And as long as my supplies hold out, you got what you got. I can mix up some butter. I can mix up cheese. Got freeze-dried stuff I can mix up. And that's civilization. Being able to have cold water is civilization. Cold beverages, put powder in it, lemonade, tea, or whatever. That's civilization. Same thing, being able to heat and make fire, hot coffee, hot tea, hot water to reconstitute freeze-dried food. That's civilization. Walter Davis, how you doing, Walter? Thank you for coming. This is my first day back live streaming in 2 weeks. My wife's been in the hospital. So I titled this one SHTF because I've had SHTF. And if it wasn't for the ability to have hospital services right now, my wife probably would not be around. So in a real SHTF, like a grid down, a real SHTF situation, your access to medical facilities may be extremely limited or non-existent. But I'm sitting at 1,728 subscribers. And in the last 30 days, I'm sitting at 26.9K views. In 2 of those weeks, I haven't done one live stream. Watch time is down significantly, 378 hours. And I like to keep it up around 600, but it's dropped way down. It was right at 600. I was right at being back to 600 before this happened, because I went for a period of time without. My last video had 76 views. My last live stream 391. So I'm probably way down this evening because people don't know. I did do a community wall post 40 minutes before I started, saying, a little explanation, for people who check my community wall, what's going on, and that I would be back, live streaming. And I would explain, which I've been trying to explain this evening, periodically, what's going on. Hello, Yoda. How you doing, Dave? So, I'll mention again, I got a mail call yesterday evening from the Black Widow. I will, this weekend probably, I'll open it up. I'll do an unboxing. I'll do an unboxing, which I will let y'all see. I've got to get, this weekend, I've got to get the 1,700 subscriber drawing video out. Try to get that done this weekend. And I'll try to get the box out the next Monday or Tuesday this next week. I don't know, but it's been sort of rough on me. I get up in the morning before 5 o'clock. I wake up. I go to bed early. I hadn't been live streaming. I go to bed early. When I get through here, I may go take a shower, or I may wake in the morning and take a shower. But I'll get up early. I'll be at work before 7. I've got a faculty meeting tomorrow, so it'll probably be 5 o'clock before I get off. I'll be home maybe 5:30 or so. I may or may not, depending on how things are tomorrow and my wife's situation, whether she's back in rehab or she goes to a rehab facility. She's got to go tomorrow, and they may be putting her in rehab for a couple of weeks. So that may interrupt my live streams. But if it does, I will still try to live stream this weekend. So if I get interrupted where I can't live stream for the rest of the week, which we're already over the hump, tomorrow's hump day, that I will try to live stream Saturday and Sunday. I did a lot of work this last weekend on the house, the yard, clothing, all my washing, bedding, cleaning. I did a lot of that. I mean, I worked my butt off. And, it's a little rougher when you're older. You're a little bit older, slows down. A little bit overweight, you slow down. Well, thank you. I'm very unhappy about the situation with the wife. Very unhappy that they put that mesh in her that her body rejected. Big infection. Big infection. If they didn't have the technology they have today, it'd have killed her. It would have been a slow, painful death, but it would have killed her. And she's still not out of the woods. They got a drain in her. They got a sponge in her that they have to change out. She's still on antibiotics, taking pain medication. She's not in a good way. You gotta have a strong stomach to look at her right now. If you look at her belly, it's not a good situation. Brings tears to my eyes. I work behavioral unit, so I've got the kids that nobody else can handle. And I got 2 paraprofessionals that work with me. I had 3 but one of the kids was a one-on-one. They no longer have him with me. So the paraprofessional went with the kid, he's out and about now. But I still have two paraprofessionals that work with me. Very good people. All three of them are very good people. And, you never know how the kid's going to behave. Sometimes they come to school, they're in a bad mood, and they go off. Or something sets them off. Like, they don't want to work, and I shut down their internet access. I have the ability to shut down their Chromebooks. I got a program I can monitor what they're doing, and I can shut it off. Oh man, that can start World War III right there with the kids. I bribe them. They do well, they get goodies. They don't do well, they don't get goodies. So it is what it is, but it's just putting your finger in the dike. How many fingers do you have to put in the dike? Whoop, do you have an 11th finger? Whoops, whoop, can you get a toe up there? It is what it is. And I'm joking about it. Hey, you take care. Julianne, appreciate you. Take care. Uncle Al, God bless you. I will say this. I have watched in the last couple of weeks, I have watched 2 or 3 of Uncle Al's videos, full views of watching, leaving multiple comments on them. He's done some 7 or 8 minute ones. He did like a 15-minute one. I've watched, a few of those. Other people I've watched videos. I've watched some of their, I'll watch 1 or 2 here, 1 or 2 there. I'm not doing any significant viewing. I've watched and left likes and comments on a number of shorts that people have put out, or wall posts that they put out, so that they know it was me that that did it. But I don't have right now, mentally, physically, thought-wise, I don't have what it takes to basically do what I need to do as far as the channel is concerned. I don't want to be a downer. If you humor, people leave me humorous comments on, my shorts. Most of my shorts that I've been putting out have been food related. Like, you want to know what I've been eating? The foods that I've been eating? Look at my shorts. I never used to put out shorts. Uncle Al was the one that was always on me to put out shorts. You got to put out 4 shorts a day. And I got to the point where I was putting out 1 every couple of days, and then I got it where I was putting out 1 a day. Every once in a while I'd put out 2. Now I'm putting out 2 or 3 shorts a day. 2 or 3 shorts in a day. 24-hour period. And I count up, where I'm at. Like in a 24-hour period, I'd put out 3 shorts, and I had, between the 3 shorts, I had like 1,400 views. Between 3 shorts. Sometimes more, sometimes a little less. I'm averaging about 1,000 views a day right now. If I put out 2 shorts a day, and we'll see what I have on this live stream. View count on it might be low, might be a little bit higher, might be just people channel surfing, watch it for 30 seconds and then move on or whatever, or just flip through and you get counted as a view. And then there are the lurkers, that come in and they watch you, but they don't leave any comments, they lurk. Some of them are my friends, Rarely will they, but once in a while they'll, "Hey Dave, how's it going?" You say, "Whoa, hey, it's so and so." And I know they're a friend that's just lurking. retired teacher or somebody that I know that, is subscribed to my channel. Depending on what I'm doing at work, depends on how much time I listen to videos. At 7, I'm done because I'm in the house with my mother instead of doing things. She has dementia. Well, God bless your mother. I went through that with my mom. She's past 80. Last couple of years of her life were not good. I know Uncle Al's been through the same thing. So, just to let you, I keep wetting your lips, I've got stuff for both you and Dave. I've got stuff for both you and Uncle Al. Follow-up stuff, that I want. Like, this is me getting the second round together for certain people, but with you, it's like the third or fourth round. And same thing for Uncle Al. It's like maybe third, fourth round, fifth round. I don't know. But I got some stuff I'm sending both of you. Got the boxes. I got 2 boxes for one for you, one for Uncle Al, one for the subscribe winner. Got to get another one of those. Oh shoot, I got a 4th one. Got a 4th one. Okay, so one of them's for Black Widow because got to retaliate against her because she just sent me a box. So I got 4 boxes right here. I got the stuff to put in them, and I just need to get them out. So this weekend I'm gonna try to do some stuff where I'm at. 9 in the house, 11 likes. Oh man. Yeah, thanks Yoda. Full march on shorts. We joke about that. Full view. I'll tell you, some of the channels, and a few of them are big channels. They got 10, 15, 20,000 subscribers. They still, I give them patronage and they give me patronage. And I can remember I running playlists. And I would run a 1 hour or an hour and a half or sometimes a 2 hour live stream that they did to give them watch time. And then I would put, full replay, like number, whatever, blessings. They'd know it was me, and they'd get that hour. They get the hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever. And then I did like a 2-minute video. 2-minute video. A 1:45-second video, because some of my videos are short. I don't do that many. And they put full view. And I just started giggling. I was on a live stream here a while back, and they were there. It's like, and I didn't want to call them out or anything, but it's like they're there, and I'm just snickering, And I didn't mention who they were, but I mentioned the humor of it. Like I'm just telling you right now, and none of them are here right now, but just the humor of it, saying full view on a 1:45 video. Full view, and knowing that I'm giving them, an hour and a half or 2 hour on a full replay, because and I'll tell you, my full replays, that's a playlist that I do overnight. Did I watch it? No, but they got the watch time, and then I will go back. And sometimes it's a couple of days later before I go back and leave the comment. And I'll go back and I'll say, this was a full replay, and this is like number, whatever, and blessings. And they should know, because I don't have time to watch a 2 hour video. I don't have time to watch a 2 hour movie. I haven't been to the movies since COVID. I used to go see just about everything that came out back in the day. I haven't been to a movie theater since COVID. It's been, 4 or 5 years? I haven't been to a movie. So, I'm not saying that to hurt anybody's feelings, but I don't have the time Don't have the time. I don't have the strength. I don't have the energy. And I'm not going to lie to you and say that I am. I don't lie to people. You know, what you see is what you get. What you see is what you get with me. I treat people the way I want to be treated. I give lots of advice to younger people. It doesn't cost them anything. I'll tell you, I'd say the same thing to my own child. You know, advice I give you is free. Take it for what it's worth. It's coming from experience. But I mean, you know, and I care enough about you to give you advice. You know, 60 some odd year old, you know, guy's lived most of his life. Hopefully I got another 20, 25, 30 years left in it. I guess I'm what you call on the backside. You know. But I mean, you know, that's what it is. Hey, Enrique Trevino. How's it going, Enrique? Thank you for coming. Please leave a like to support the channel. So, if some of you want to know what's going on, you know, if you care enough to know, you know, what's been going on in my life for the last couple of weeks, look at my community wall posts. It won't take you very long to read them. I've been doing some little short updates on my wife and her situation. She just got released from the hospital yesterday evening. She had surgery 2 Saturdays ago. It's been 2 weeks since I've done a live stream. Yeah, if you want to, you can watch the replay. I'm not giving a lot of prepper information this evening so far. But you'll get sort of a flavor of what's been going on. Um, 9 in the house, 12 likes. Please leave a like to support the channel. Be greatly appreciated. This is Preparedness Month. National Preparedness Month. So this is the month that the preparedness community, you want to call them preppers, this is their month. We had another hurricane scare here. It wound up going past us up into Louisiana. Had an earlier one by the name of Burl go go up ahead of us, went into Galveston and Houston earlier in the couple months ago. Can you believe we're already in the 6th week of school? I'll have progress reporting at the end of the week. Got to get my progress reporting done. Hello, Linda Powers. Thank you for coming in. Yes. Was it Burl nice? At least it was not a super, super, super powerful hurricane. It did do some significant power outages. One of the things about Burl, the aftermath of Burl in Houston, is that the power workers trying to go into some of those neighborhoods, those poorer neighborhoods like those wards, you had the people who live there wanting to threaten them, brandish weapons at them, intimidate them. And they didn't want to go in there unless they had police support, and the police didn't want to go in there and basically just stand there and protect them or stand there and guard them while they were trying to get their work done. So you had some neighborhoods that were without power for 2 or 3 weeks, and probably would have been restored a lot faster, but the thugs they were making it very difficult and very stressful on the power company workers. Something else. You've got a lot of stress over the upcoming election, and a lot of people are, you got a lot of people slinging mud in every direction about the upcoming election. There was another individual that was wanting to try to assassinate President Trump. They caught it before it got to him, and they did manage to arrest the guy, 58-year-old white guy who had some significant, had a history, and they did catch him. Thank God, before he could have took a pot shot at the president. He had a semi-automatic AK with a scope on it. So they're trying to do as good a job as they can to try to protect the man. And with all the mudslinging that's been going on, you got a lot of people who, for whatever reason, they think they keep just saying bad things about him, and they think they would be doing, a good deed to try to take him out. That's how bad things are. But really don't want to get into politics. Really don't. The weather has been hot. The heat index has been absolutely brutal. Brutal. Haven't had much rain. It's spotty. It's really cloudy, overcast, and you'll be going along, it says no rain, and then all of a sudden you just get a downpour for like a minute or two. And it's just spotty. Oh, not predicting any rain, but then you get like a pour down for a minute or two. And it goes away. That's the type of stuff we've been dealing with as far as the moisture and everything. Mimi's place. Hello, Mimi. Thank you for coming in. I've been gone for a couple of weeks because of my wife's health situation. If you want to know what's been going on, go look at my community wall post. I have done several short community wall posts basically relating what's going on. Yes, bad humidity. I will say this. I try to set an example by the way I lead my life. Not that I'm holier than thou or anything. I have a parochial upbringing. I went to parochial school, Catholic school, prep school. Not getting into the religious aspects of it, but you get a better quality. I got a better quality education. This was all before they had internet and all the technology that they have today. Back in the day, my technology was a set of encyclopedias and learning to do MLA style writing using the MLA, format, which most colleges, universities would use MLA. Still doing it today. And I learned on a typewriter. I learned to type. Had an electric typewriter, had correction tape. If I wanted to copy, I would use carbon paper. Put a piece of paper, put a piece of carbon, put a piece of paper, you got a copy. You could put a second piece of carbon and a second piece of paper, and it would be a less quality copy, but you'd still get a copy. So you could do a couple of copies. And they did have copiers back then. Weren't that many of them. And you'd pay a dime to make a copy. And a dime was a lot more money back then. My memories from 40 years ago or so, from when I was, college. So everything back then was print. You'd have print magazines, you'd have print newspapers. I was at the hospital, and they had free copies of the Victoria Advocate, which is the local paper here. Small paper. $2 for the newspaper, $2. I can remember when the paper was a quarter. 35 cents. 50 cents, 75 cents. $1. Man, it was expensive when it was $1. $2 for a small, thin newspaper. $2. And it had 2 or 3 articles worth reading in it. I didn't pay for it. Didn't have anything to do. I was sitting down there drinking a cup of coffee. I said, I'll go through it. I hadn't looked at the newspaper in a long time. Went through it. Thank you, Linda. Appreciate you coming in. Thank you, Uncle Al. Appreciate you. 8 in the house, 14 likes. So I will continue putting out 1 or 2, maybe 3 some days. I'll continue putting out a couple of shorts a day. When I put out a short, I buy food. I go down to I buy breakfast, bring breakfast back for the wife, take off for work. I got the fridge full of stuff for her to eat. And I'll bring her supper. Meal for supper. And, go to work. I come home. When I get through, I'll probably wait till in the morning to take a shower. But I'll look at a few news clips, what's going on, and go through a few shorts. Then I'll go to bed. I'm tired. And my wife may be going into rehab for the next couple of weeks. Insurance approved it. Her big thing is, how are we going to take care of the dogs during the day? Because I'll let them out in the morning and I'll make sure they're watered and fed, and I'll come back 10 hours later. Do you want them inside for 10 hours? So I've got to try to make arrangements for somebody to come in and let them out midday. That's what the wife's worried about right now. She's got an appointment for wound care for her, to clean her up and change her sponge and do whatever they need to do, check her. And got to do follow-up appointments with her GP and with her surgeon and all that. Got those scheduled. Just you got a routine going. You got a routine at work, lesson plans, grading, attendance, present stuff, take a couple of grades for each class during the week. Make sure they get recorded. At the end of Friday, you got grade reporting, update. You're going to be sending out progress reports again. Be the end of 6 weeks of school. Try to keep track of the news. I'm following Elon Musk, SpaceX, Starlink, the situation with Boeing. They're putting out a lot of money on their version of a capsule that doesn't want to work right. A lot of problems, dangerous. Boeing's, losing money. Following that, I've been following the WNBA, looking at highlights of WNBA, like Caitlin Clark, who's the big star rookie. Been following some of that. I've been looking at a few of the shorts about, politics stuff going on. They've got a lot of these political impersonators that are doing Kamala Harris. Got a few doing Trump. Really funny stuff. They do Biden. Funny stuff. It's hard to take stuff serious. Things are messed up. So, when you get up in the morning, thank God for the day. You don't know how much time you have. Say the Lord's Prayer, drink your coffee, take your medication. I was just thinking, did I take my medication? Be organized. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Keep your eyes open, your ears open. Be cognizant of what's going on around you. I will try to be back tomorrow for another edition of Coffee Talk. If anything significant happens, I'll do a community wall post. Check my community wall posts. They're not that lengthy. And they'll let you know sort of what's going on. And everybody, please have a blessed day. I appreciate you, and I apologize. My life is what it is, and I'm going through my version of SHTF. God bless. Bye-bye.